Looks like we got a new friend!
No, okay.
Organized.
Yeah, I was in the bathroom earlier, like just like washing.
I was guys. Sorry, I totally muted my mic. We're live.
Oh.
Hi!
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 Hi.
Which means the stream couldn't hear me either. My bad. Hi everyone. Welcome to Argo 37.
Pro streamer.
Pro streamer. It's because I readjusted my mic. I was like, oh well, I won't deafen them all while I readjust my mic. I'll mute it and then I'll move it and then I got caught up in everything else. My bad. So hi everyone, welcome to Argo 37. This is our stream when we need more coffee. It's our Dark Matter stream by Major Hand Press, run by the amazing Alice, who is going to melt all our minds again, I'm sure. I feel sorry for anyone trying to do cons this weekend with Alice, you know, going for the brain straight out. And also some new players. Oh, hi everyone. So, before we go round, let's do the channel notifications. First of all, we have Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Discord for the community, YouTube to catch up on this series, and Twitter if you want to get into a game. Send me a DM and I'll get you into a game. I've nearly filled all the 40 games at Christmas. I've still got a few spots on the 8th where we're doing a GoFundMe, and I'll soon be recruiting for next season, so check that out as well. We'll be doing 5 viewer games a week, which would be, what, somewhere in the region of 16 to 20 new players a week.
Whoa.
Good stuff. But hey, you guys have been delivering on it, so brilliant. Next up, we have Patreon, which is where you can go and support us for as little as $1. There is free content on there, and there's also exclusive content, so please do check that out. The content includes articles by certain respected people about TTRPGs. We also have merch. We'll be wearing it proudly this weekend as we go around Dragon Meet. I really wish I'd got the tights in time for Dragon Meet, because I would have rocked the tights. You can get our logo on anything these days. The tights have the logo on beautifully on the inner thigh. You can get mini skirts, cup holders, shirts, hoodies. I'm going to be wearing shirts and hoodies, but you know, I want the tights. We also have sponsors, most prominently today, Mage Hand Press, who created this lovely expansion. If this is your sort of thing, a space expansion for 5e, then check out those links there, as the alpha book is now available online in PDF only. We also have a sponsor in Bird and the Storm Publishing. Bird and the Storm Publishing, who will be creating content for us in the new year, but right now you can go and get their merch, and their proceeds go to charity. Lastly from me, is the tweet. Every 10 retweets we get a Wild Magic Surge, so go over and retweet and affect the story. That's me talking enough. Alice, oh hi.
Hi, yeah, I think we're going to go around and say hello to everyone. Just say your IRL name and who you will be playing. Maybe a brief description of like their class, race, what they look like, and then we'll jump into it. So we will start with V.
Pronouns as well, please.
Pronouns.
With me. Yes, of course. Hi, I'm V. I'm the Crafting Muse. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I'm there. You can also find me at PAX Unplugged this weekend. But I am playing Lieutenant Commander Alara Gibbous. She is a half-orc barbarian of the Dreadnought Path. Tallish, depending if she's wearing her armor or not. She's got more of that grayish skin tone, topaz, yellowish eyes, and sometimes a very stern look on her face, depending on what's happening. So that's it. That's it for me. Oh, and I'm a she. He, her. Sorry, I forgot the pronouns. That's a new one.
And then we're gonna hop over to Horn Pixie Twitch. Hello.
Hi, I'm Turn Pixie, and I'll be playing AL Serpent Helm. Oh God, I can't talk today. I'm a human variant, kind of, so near human, Rogian. I'm about 5'4" with an average build, dark skin. I've got vivid pink but beady eyes, small nose, kind of soft face. Usually wear pretty stylish clothes. I come from a large family of entertainers, and I'm an entertainer as well. And you get near me, you might smell of a bit of thing. It might be violets, maybe.
Awesome, thank you. Well, now we're gonna hop over to Jagon's Gold. How are you? You're muted, I'm afraid.
Hello.
There we go. Okay.
I am Jay, or Jagon's Gold, and I will be playing a Vect, which is like a robot type. I'll be playing a Vect alchemist, and pretty much just imagine a giant copper wine bottle opener. And just like straight up, just a wine bottle opener. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I stream sometimes on Twitch, but not super consistently, so.
Awesome, thank you. And Scrat.
Hello, I am Scrat.
Do a bit of a recap as well, Scrat. I think you're good at those with this one.
Alright, I can do a recap as Blister, that'd probably be best.
Yeah, as Blister.
I'm Blister! Blister, I'm also nearly human. I'm pretty sure I'm like 80% human or something like that, you know. I don't think there's much weirder than me. I started off when this whole shebang started going off as the ship's cleaner. But I got a bit bored with that. I got a bit smelly and stuff. So I went and then I tried being in the band for a little bit. Problem with everyone being in cryo, being in the band, is not a lot of call for music. So I stopped doing that as well. Now I decided to take up security. So I'd go and teach myself some weapons and stuff, which was much more fun. I'm not the best at it, but you know, I think I'm passable. I think Alara would say that I'm passable with a baton. Possibly. Let's see. So now, if we're recapping, okay. Now, which point in time do we start recapping? Because that's where it gets real confusing. Because this has got timey-wimey. All right. So, I started on a ship. Everyone's in cryo. I found a small girl. Her name was Telemachus. And I found her on a ship which was floating through space with distress signals on and was covered in what was essentially the Uber plague. I like using the word hyper plague. Let's go really 80s with it. Everything sounds better with hyper in front of it, right? It's the hyper plague, where a black ichor spreads through the body and kills everyone. Now, her grandfather was one of the afflicted, and his name was Greenway. We can wind forward a little bit, because there's a whole bunch of stuff, which will probably be relevant, but I'm gonna skip through it because it doesn't feel relevant at the minute. If you know what I mean, like, you know, there was a whole planet thing where I was a ruler of a planet, and then they were cloning Alara, and it got a bit weird. I haven't even thought about that when I've been thinking of theories, by the way, Alara, so we'll have to discuss that one later. Essentially, we found a hospital last episode, and in this hospital, there was this Greenway guy as a young man, and he was planning to essentially build an ambulance, alright? Where he travels through space healing people, and he was going to call it Project E, or something like that. And, but we also found, at a different point in time, or maybe the same time, I don't really know anymore, I think we've travelled through time by accident, not sure. We found Project E later to be a military thing, where people had made about a shit ton of clones of Alara, who's some sort of badass barbarian and the perfect warrior, and, they're floating all over space trying to kill me, by the sounds of it, like I'm their target. Why? I have no idea. I'm just a cleaner. This isn't making anything less confusing. I'm just throwing information at you, chat. This is where my brain is right now. We think there's a conspiracy of some sort to kill everything. Maybe. Alice, did I recap sufficiently? I confused myself.
Yeah, I'm a little lost,
Just
but
like, done, confused.
yeah,
There's also an older Telemachus.
it'll probably be.
Yes. There's a couple variations of us out there.
Oh yeah, and also apparently I shot Telemachus in the head.
Older
Allegedly.
Telemachus.
An older Telemachus and allegedly.
Wow.
Sorry, I just saw Nodding Penguin in chat. Well, that's cleared that up then.
That sums it up.
Okay. So,
Hey, just another day on Argo.
it's all good. Right.
Yep.
So, you guys have been floating through space since what last happened for quite a while. Telemachus is doing her rounds. She is in the cryo room, and she is running all the checks that she normally does at least every 2 days. Where is Alara and Blister?
Probably sitting together and talking would be my guess.
I reckon so.
Yeah.
Almost definitely trying to get our heads around all of
Yeah.
this.
Everything, like all of it, and yeah.
In front of you on the table, you have the two devices that Telemachus had. One that she created, the still very clunky, big, effectively red button controller, and also the one she stole from the St. Christopher's Hospital.
So, do we... Okay, I've got several questions. I have several questions. If we want to travel through time, where do we want to travel to? At what point does this get less confusing? Do you know what as well? I think as well that between them, Alara and Blister have made one of them boards with like all of the wires going, and they're looking for that thin point where they can go and change everything. But they're
Absolutely.
not. They haven't found one. It just looks like a briar patch.
No, it's just looks like a cat with a yarn ball.
Yeah, so where in all of this would we go to try and stop it all from getting like this?
A lot of that's going to depend on where you want all of this to be completely stopped. If we stop Greenway completely, that's going to mean I won't exist and she won't exist.
That's not a possibility. Sorry.
So that's off the table.
Well, I mean, surely there's got to be a point in time I mean, unless... Alara, I've been avoiding saying it, but if you are some sort of experiment, right? You have reasonable logic now. You're a reasonable person. We can talk about things. You can make moral decisions. Assumedly, at some point in time, there is a time where you have been created, as you are now, not cloned.
Right.
And we can just go and put you in a box somewhere, in a safe, and then no one can clone you.
So you want to put me like a princess up in a tower, is what you're saying?
I'll be your Prince Charming?
I'm not growing my hair out. I get what you mean, though. Yes, there's got to be a point between...
Oh god, and if you're a teenager, that's going to be a nightmare.
Oh, dear God, I don't even think I was one. There was obviously a point where it went from prototype Alara, me, for lack of a better explanation, to my minions.
So hang on a minute, I remember we said this last time, but you really have no memory of yourself as a kid. None whatsoever. Not even a slight,
Nothing?
I vaguely remember an ice cream on a beach somewhere. That's pretty much all I remember about my childhood, and the sea was fucking freezing.
Nothing strong, nothing said, but who knows? That could be either because I was cloned, or it could be that I was brainwashed at one point because they wanted me to be the perfect warrior. If we want to add more questions.
Hang on a minute. I'm gonna have a really scary idea right now.
When are they not scary?
This might be the scariest idea I ever have.
You might surprise yourself.
Alright, this is gonna be a bit weird, and DM, it's gonna take a lot of your jurisdiction as well, because this is not what this spell was intended for. Essentially, I have a new spell from Dark Matter that's called Psychedelics. Which I can use to confuse people, essentially. People have to make saving throws, or they get disadvantage on their attack rolls.
If you get that one, you're confusing yourself, just so you know.
Yeah, what I'm hoping to do is completely break the rules, because this spell isn't designed to do this, and use this to somehow get a window onto Alara's mind.
As if this wasn't confusing enough.
Yes.
I'm fine with it.
And was there a save, sorry?
Well, originally it'd be a dex save, but I'm thinking we just make this up on the spot. Oh, it can be a new spell that Blister's trying to learn. Oh god, I don't know what it is, but something like that. I know a bit of magic, Alara, okay? Just a wee bit. One of them affects the brain, and maybe if I modify it a little bit, I can try and have a look and see if you've got some sort of, I don't know, brain tissue damage, which would tell us that you've been brainwashed rather than never had a memory.
Last time you modified something, we ended up with Wismos with singularity cannons on them.
And isn't that just amazing?
You have a very different definition of amazing than I do. Let's put it that way.
Look, so far the casualties include 1 toothbrush. Okay, there's a lot more casualties than that when we think of things, but yeah.
Let's do it.
There's another thing as well. The amulet that I've left back in my room. We could talk to that as well.
That's definitely an option. I almost forgot about him.
Things got really confusing last time.
Yes, they did. Look, if this is something you think might help clear up a little bit of what's going on with me so we can start factoring out certain things, then fine. Let's try it out and see what happens.
Alright. Would you take off your helmet for me?
I'm just gonna remove it and place it down on the table gently.
Alright, I'm gonna put my hands on your head, is that alright?
Yes.
I'll come and stand behind her and put my hands either side of her head, like I've seen in the X-Men movie. We have Netflix on board.
Damn.
I'm gonna need you to roll, Blister.
What am I rolling with?
You are gonna roll with a perception. Anything. In fact, no, I'm not gonna tell you the odds.
Okay.
Alara is getting nervous.
Yep.
Probably rightly so.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good.
I have so much trepidation about pressing this button. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Does he get advantage because I'm allowing him?
I got a 5.
You're gonna turn me into a valley girl.
So, as you do this, Ilara, you feel like a twinge around your head, and there's like a flash of water, but then it really, really hurts, and you have to just effectively push him away. And Blister, you get like a static on your fingers, and you feel like your hands are almost forced away.
Not that, definitely. Not, no. Well, it doesn't tickle, that's for sure. I saw water.
Does water remind you of anything at all? Maybe you were at a water park. That's a nice childhood memory.
I wish I could say yes, but no, it's water. It's just, I saw water. It could be being in one of the chambers water. It could be hiding myself in the bathtub from the Wismos water, for all I know. I saw water.
Is that what you do? You hide in the bathtub from the Wismos?
Sometimes.
That's
They
brilliant.
don't like the water.
No, they don't.
Whilst you guys are discussing this, over in the cryo chamber, Telemachus is walking around and monitoring, and she's looking at her sheet of glass, and she comes over to 2 cryo chambers. Well, these need waking up, and she starts plugging in these numbers. And both of you feel very cold, but you feel like you're waking up, and you can hear a ka-ch, ka-ch, as your lids open.
Are we there yet?
Hello! You do not recognize this child.
Who are you?
Telemachus, protein bar. And she just hands you like this whole like breakfast bar. You're gonna need it. I just need to check some of your vitals. Can I have your arm, please? And she just like starts like doing some tests on it.
Blanket would be great.
Oh yeah. Sorry. And while she's like one hand with this, she sort of just puts one, like hands one over to you.
Who would have thought you go into cryo, you come out, you're cold.
I do not need your food.
No, you do. Otherwise, you're gonna feel real wobbly.
I do not need your food.
And she sort of looks at her screen. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, she just wasn't thinking. She was in like her emotion. Yeah. And then she just takes it and passes it over to you instead.
Could you not tell my race from my copper skin?
It's been a real long week.
Understood.
I have a cold.
Sorry, I have a cold. If you want, do you want to get up? I need to see if you guys can still walk around and everything.
I'd like to throw a party, if that's all right.
If you want, I mean, I've got some Wismos that might be able to help with that, but what kind of party?
The kind where I can make drinks and tell jokes.
Do you know, I know someone who'd love that. Like, and she's just sort of like, if you want to go to the bridge, I think he's there.
I'm down to party.
That sounds ideal. Who are you? And I turn
Telemachus.
to the other person who woke up from cryo.
I'm AL.
Nice to meet you. I am Turnt.
Nice to meet you, Turnt.
If you want, you can follow me to the bridge. Like, and Telemachus starts walking. This is a little girl. She's about 7 years old, big bushy blonde hair tied up in like a all-in-one suit, and she's got this bobble hat crammed onto her head with the 2 tassels either side. And she's like, "Just follow me," and she starts walking.
I will follow behind.
And you guys head to the bridge. Now, Blister and Ilara, you can see Telemachus coming down the hallway with these 2 very new people. Now, the 2 of you, Turnt and AL, You will probably recognize both of them, not necessarily know them very well. Blister, you will know as a cleaner when you first boarded this ship. And Alara, you will know, is your commander.
Hello. Long time no see.
Your time up, it looks like.
What was that?
It's your time to get up, it looks like.
Yeah, it seems so. Yes, it seems so.
Hello.
Are you guys ready to party?
I don't think partying's quite on our agenda right now. I won't say no to it, maybe later.
Okay, I can wait.
I mean, feel free to plan while we get some things pulled together. Let's just hold off on actually throwing it.
Blister's sort of like holding his hand. Like, can you make drinks by chance?
I can make the best drinks.
Oh, God damn it, I should have woken you up months ago.
Making drinks is my specialty.
Oh, why are you telling me this? Okay, partying's not on the agenda right now, but it will be soon.
Although, quite frankly, a drink may not be a bad thing for us right now. Face it.
Where
Well-
are we right now?
I think a better question is when.
When?
We've had a couple of navigational hiccups recently. So,
Apparently, if the question is when,
yeah, we're not exactly sure the when or the where of things at the moment, and trying to figure things out.
As long as we are far from home.
who's been actually piloting?
Lamicus.
Yeah, this child here.
Oh,
Should this be a cause for concern?
I know,
Absolutely
she's
not.
actually better than me.
She's been trained.
Noted.
The pilot.
So, if we are not at our destination, why have we been awoken?
Oh, I had to check some, like, just technical bits. For some reason, your cryo chambers were malfunctioning a little bit, and I needed to get you out.
And also, we may never get to our original destination because there was a slight accident that happened some months back now. And, we've been knocked off course. And possibly time.
okay.
So,
Do we have any idea where we're at in time then?
Not yet. Just sort of general guesses.
Well, I know that I am about right in time. I'd like to think that I'm the same age as Alara, but we're also in Alara's far future, Telemachus's past, and Telemachus's far future, and her granddad's way past, and her granddad's way future.
I check my wristwatch.
Can we get a, Can you write that on paper or something? Because that's... What? I need a timeline that makes sense. If I look at it, it might make more sense, because what you just said is bonkers.
I'll show you the board, and I pull back the cover that shows the briar patch of lines. I go, I think we are here, right in the middle.
Possibly.
Maybe. Okay.
It's not an
Where-
exact science, unfortunately, at this point. We're just doing the best we can with what we know.
Wherever we
Understand.
are, we should party like it's the end of the world.
As long as it's not 1999, then we have problems.
I quite, from what I've read on the Hollows, 1999 was actually quite good.
Yes, but then we've gone too far back.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I heard it didn't get really bad until like the mid 2010s,
No.
mid
Oh,
mid
yeah, I'll go with you on
teens.
that one. But still, if we're going to look at time, we've got to look at the time where we're going to be starting to fix things, not one where it's pushing us too far back from where we want to be.
Don't
Well, I
diss
mean-
the early 2000s, by the way. Like, that's a no-no.
I agree. Yeah. I know. Here's an idea. We've got time machines, right? Now, all of this stuff is very confusing. Yeah. But it's all happening roughly around this sort of time. At least one generation. So why don't we use the time machine to go really far into the future? Or really far into the past? And avoid the whole problem.
Have we tried giving the time machine its own intelligence? Maybe it could help us figure out how to get where we're going.
You want to give the time machine AI? That is wild.
It would be like me. Probably smarter
Telemachus!
than me.
No, she designed them as well. She's very clever for a kid. Telemachus!
Yeah?
Can you give the
Argo?
time machine AI?
I'm really sorry. I don't quite know how to make life just yet.
I'm gonna lean into Lara and say, look, if we give Argo time travel, we do not want to give him control of it. You know what he's like.
Absolutely not. No, not at all. Of course not. My God, he'd take us wherever he wants to.
Or he'd just put us in a time
a
loop
definite
just so that
no.
he doesn't have to deal with us for the rest of the time.
At that point, a screen comes down from the ceiling, and
That
the
too.
wonderful AI that you know is Argo 77, which is just like a floating head, and he's like, I heard my name mentioned, my ears are burning. What?
You don't, by any chance, happen to know exactly time and place of our location at this point, do you?
No.
Thank you very much,
Didn't think
Isriver,
so.
who donates for 2 wild magic surges for Telemachus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What is the number, please, and I will roll.
Currently 614. I've got some updating to do.
Okay. 480 and 191.
I'll whisper
Okay.
them to you, Alice.
Okay. And Argo's like, no. Look, I don't have my self-destruct button. Can we just, what makes you think I can travel through time? Can't hear you, Alara.
We didn't. It was more of a theoretical, perhaps.
Oh my god.
That's all. What? No.
Thing is, she can use it. It's relevant. This is almost the perfect setting for it.
They're both relevant. Oh my god.
Am I
Okay.
missing some?
We have our own wild magic surge table created by the community. Alice just rolled 2 wild magic surges, and the second one could be really, really bad for us, especially
Oh.
if the ship counts as an NPC.
Okay.
That could like be end game.
Knowing how they react to things,
But I just woke up.
And Telemachus looks to you and just says,
Are we gonna try them? I mean, I haven't like monitored them fully. I've never tried them, so I don't know how they're gonna work essentially.
Well, we can just go with my gin method. I wish I'd known about you earlier, Trent. Try it. If you go blind, it's still got too much methane in it.
Right. Okay.
You're
I
muted.
can make some. I can make something sweeter.
It was more of an analogy, but I would enjoy that though.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, keep me posted.
In fact, if you got any whiskey, just straight whiskey, that'd be great.
I'll have a whiskey sour.
Whiskey in my alchemist kit.
I would
DM.
say yeah, why not? Like, you carry around all these
Stranger things have been known to happen.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna like do some cool tricks and toss like the shaker up in the air, and make you 2 delicious whiskey sours. Would you like one?
Fair enough.
Would you like one? IL.
AL.
AL.
I'm actually more for mead, if you happen to have mead.
Here's a joke. Would you like some ale? Ale? Ha 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 ha.
But it's just like, I just actually not bad. I've got one. Hey, I saw you mixing up them cocktails. That was old-fashioned.
Yes. I have some skills, bro.
The fact that you didn't find her any sooner is truly a miracle.
Probably is, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, it's gonna be my first drink in a few weeks. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
L'chaim.
Aye, that too.
I'm basically just downing it. There's no sipping.
Yeah, you can feel like this kick of warmth at the back of your throat as it hits. And Telemachus is stood there, like looking at Argo backwards and forth, holding these two devices. She's like,
Is that a no to trying them out?
No, I say, fuck it, let's do it. I've just had a fifth of whiskey. I don't think there's anyone more qualified than the four of us on the ship. The five of us, sorry, Telemachus. To do this. Right? So let's do it!
Might as well.
Okay.
Did we ever check the crew logs for who else here? If you didn't know she was here, are you a she? How do you identify as a robot, actually? I don't think I've ever asked anyone
Like-
that.
I am a they, them.
Okay.
Probably makes sense.
I am a
Mhm.
qualified small business owner. So I should be able
You're not
to
gonna let
do
this one go back
with
into
ease.
cryo, are you?
Excuse me?
I have a feeling Blister's gonna fight us when it's time for you to go back into cryo. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, not everyone goes back into cryo. There's that guy sweeping the floor in the engine room who's
That's
been sweeping
true.
the floor for
That
the
is
last 6
true.
weeks. And we can keep people around.
As long as you laugh at my jokes, I will be happy to stay.
I promise, as long as you keep giving me drinks like this, I'll keep on laughing at your jokes. Alright. Telemachus,
Yeah?
beam it up.
What?
He means go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
and you
He's
said,
gonna like do this to Blister, like.
Alright, Telemachus, as soon as this whole thing's over, we're sitting down again. If you can put us in a time loop, that'd be great. Just 5 minutes of time where we can sit and watch the whole Star Trek original series so that you get that reference, because that's not okay.
Okay.
right, and she fixes like this bracelet to her wrist and this other one to her other wrist. And she holds out her hands to all of you. It's like,
Just hold hands.
Okay.
and if you all take the hands, she's like,
Okay. I don't know what's gonna happen, but
and I'm gonna leave this down to a roll.
Do you know who's holding whose hands?
Who would you like to hold whose hands?
I'm probably gripping onto Telemachus's and Blister's.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold blisters
I
and
think that's been happening
I'll-
lately.
I've got no choice. I'll hold turn and like, all right, well, let's not just sit and sing "We Are the World."
I got Turnt and Telemachus then.
And as you do that, she's like,
okay.
and she just twists her wrist, and you hear like a flick, and around the wristband, sort of a yellow disc and blue discs are almost like wrapping around it, and you guys feel this weird sort of warm sensation.
This feels
And
nice.
Is that the whiskey?
You hear it doesn't work.
That was fun.
Okay, hang on. And she just sort of runs off, and then she comes back.
I wired something wrong. I'm sorry. Like, real sorry.
That's all right.
It's okay. It should work now. I mean, we won't get lost anywhere. It'll be fine.
And she sort of holds it. Second thoughts.
Space is big. We should probably put some suits on in case I miss.
Not
Right.
a bad idea.
You know? I mean, we've
All right.
still got the ones from St. Christopher's, so I'm going to suit up in that.
Why don't we use a drone?
No, don't suit up in that.
Why?
It might create confusion. It
Uh,
just might be.
Yeah.
confusing.
Also, I think we should burn all of them.
Okay.
Burn all of what?
Sort of, like,
We'll just be better off if you wear Argo's suits, so that way we know it's us, that there's no question. Just thinking about what's happened before with those suits sort of popping up here and there.
Okay.
There's been trouble with other
Okay.
suits?
I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna pull Ale and turn to one side and be like, "Now look, this pair of you do not tell Telemachus, all right? Lots of confusion, lots and lots of confusion. Apparently, some version of me in the future, might have shot Telemachus, older Telemachus, when she's about 20, and they did it wearing one of the suits from that place. So I'm not ever wearing one of the suits from that place, and I'm not ever shooting Telemachus. That's why I think we should burn them."
Ah. Actually sounds like
And
a
while
really
he's-
solved problem. Because then they're not there to...
I've been pushing Telemachus out the room while he's been talking to them,
Yeah.
just to make sure she doesn't overhear anything.
yeah, you'll like go off to go get an actual suit for her, and she's sort of gearing up with all of that. And I'm assuming you're all putting on a suit, probably apart from Turnt.
Yeah.
I will.
Oh, I need to get my helmet.
I will abstain from the suit wearing.
Okay, right. And she's got like this little like device, almost screwdriver-esque out. She starts tweaking the bracelet. And is like,
Okay. Try again. On my hands.
and the
Alright.
same sensation happens again. You hear the whirring, and you feel like a tingle shoot up your arms and run all the way through your body. And for an instant, there is a flash of darkness. And then flashed again, and you're on the bridge.
Did it work?
Argo?
And the screen comes down.
Is it male?
Yeah.
Same one? Yep.
Well, what do you want?
Looks the same, Argo.
Looks like Argo. Yeah.
Argo?
Yeah.
How old am I? No, wait, that's a terrible question. I don't know how old I am. How old is Telemachus?
7. Well, at least that's what the records say.
Wait, if we're doing the timey-wimey thing, and we're doing it in the ship, and the ship's coming along with, the ship's information wouldn't change on us.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
We need another way to check that.
You guys alright?
I'll tell you what,
Can I-
Argo. Do you have some sort of, like, intergalactic news feed or something?
Again. No.
Can I
Oh.
check?
Yeah, go.
Can I check my wristwatch? Because I do have a wristwatch in my inventory.
Yeah, if you could roll a perception for me, please.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
So-
It is this on your watch. It is the same time and date that you left, but it does seem to have stopped working.
I believe something may have happened, but I don't know where in time we are.
Lara, I got that thing you wanted. I'm sorry again. I didn't mention it before. I remember.
Which thing are we talking about, Argo?
Oh, well, yeah, and just like a little, sort of, again, almost like a little pillar comes up out the thing, and there is a crystal with the earth in it. He goes, I mean, I can smash it if you want. I know we talked about that.
How long ago did we talk about that? I'm a little distracted at the moment.
Like, 2 days ago, yesterday, I don't know.
I'm gonna grab the crystal and turn to Blister. This was a few weeks ago. This was after we got you off that planet.
Do we want to head back to that planet to see if that is different? Are we even sure that's
Want
Earth?
to?
I thought you didn't want to go there again. I thought you went a bit like crazy doolally tat because you thought there were loads and loads of you and loads of ships and loads of. I thought you didn't like Aberdeen.
Alright, look. I'll be right back, and Blister's just gonna run from the room.
Like, just run.
Yep, just running back to his quarters. He's going to go and get the gamma pendant.
Okay.
Oh.
You can run back to your room.
I'm pretty much holding the crystal.
And Telemachus will probably run with you because she's like, you can't go on your own. You don't know what's going on. And she follows you. And you arrive in your room.
Alright, now I put it... Where the hell did I put it?
Where would you have put it?
Now let's see. I would have been getting ready for a shower, and it tried to attach my chest, but I was like, stop that! And then I threw it in the corner, and I go and look in the pile of clothes in the corner. Which has been there for about 6 months.
There's no amulet here.
Amulet! Hello?
Nothing here. About 6 or 7 Wismos pop up from behind the bed.
Wismos! Perfect! Wismos, have you seen the amulet? If any of them have a green emblem, like, attached to their chest, I'm freaking out.
They all sort of look confused.
Little green, glowy...
Like, they start blip, blip, like beeping at each other and again just all shake their head.
Wismos! Wismos, communicating with you is difficult, you know, to get exact things. Perhaps you could do some sort of, like, synchronized dancing or something. How long ago did we meet? Do you still have antimatter guns?
They all sort of suddenly, like, swarm together in, like, a group, like they're discussing something. You can see some of them with their fingers trying to count some bits and bobs up there. None of them have these dark antimatter guns on them. And they turn around and they all hold up a completely different number.
But that means I haven't lost all of my weapons.
Oh no!
I'm gonna look in my side cabinet where I'm hoping there's a second Magnus.
A what?
The giant revolver that I'm not allowed to have. There was only one on board the ship and I stole it.
Yeah.
Is there a second one in there? Have I done a time loop so I've now got 2?
There is a second one in there.
I'm gonna grab that and pocket it, and then I'm gonna like press a button next to the bunk so that the bunk folds back to reveal a singularity emitter.
No.
Oh, the singularity emitter's gone. Oh.
You've already used that. And then from down the corridor, you hear, Wismos! And they all jump and they start fleeing out of the door.
Oh, Christ. Double guns.
And Telemachus just, wait.
Don't kill yourself.
No, it's alright. As long as I'm me and we're not strange and everything's alright, then I won't need to kill myself. Plus, especially because I've got his gun.
No. You don't understand. I don't know how this works yet. I don't even know if by your past self seeing you, that could kill you.
No, don't worry, Telemachus. I know a thing or two about time. And conversations never hurt anyone. Ever.
No, you don't understand. I don't think you can be seen by this person, otherwise you're gonna change your own past. What if you... I don't know, all this timey-wimey stuff, like what if this does something to past you and then you die? You're gonna disappear.
Alright, it's alright, don't worry. We'll be real stealthy about this.
Stealthy.
Yeah. What? Why don't... Okay, so you can be seen, though, because he'll confuse you for you.
Yeah.
Because you are you.
Yeah.
So, I'll hide in the cabinet. You call him in here, yeah? And then what you can do is get the pendant off him. And also, we need to warn everyone else about the ship stuff. Okay, I can't use my magic mic, because then everyone will know I'm here. Oh, hang on a minute. Isn't there a thing in this thing? I'm gonna try and press the comms unit and be like, hello, Lara?
On your On your helmet.
Yeah, on my helmet. On my actual helmet. I'm not using the magic mic. I'm actually using, for the first time ever, my actual comms device.
Yeah, Alara, you can hear this.
I was gonna say, did I get my helmet before we left?
Yeah, you would have picked that up before you went.
Okay, thank you, because I was a little worried about that. Lister?
Now, Alara, are we considering, have we just, or any other way, just had a whiskey sour together?
Yeah. Yes.
Excellent, you're definitely the right Alara. Okay, Alara, watch out for Alara. If you see each other, apparently we might all die. That's the word from Telemachus, not me.
Wait, what?
That's the word from Telemachus. If you see
No,
yourself,
I'm sure she had...
don't see yourself, or you die.
There's doubles of us. There's
Well-
more of us again.
I just heard someone else call the Wismos, and they said, "Hey, Wismos!" like I do, so...
So... Basically, we can't run into our former selves, is what Telemachus just said.
Uh-huh.
Like, she's trying to, like, shout over this.
And also, if you've got anything in the past that you would like two of, I don't know, maybe a spare helmet or something, well, you never take the bloody thing off, so doubtful. You know, something that might be left unattended and you want two of them, now's the time to steal it from yourself in the past.
Alright, and let's keep using whiskey sour as a secret word type of thing.
Alright, so I say whiskey, you say sour?
Did someone ask for whiskey sours?
Yes.
Wait, are we sure
No, we're
that
fine.
we're not
Thank
in
you.
like a full-on loop? Because if we're in a full-on loop, that may not work.
For now, it's gonna have to do.
Because the same thought will occur when you run into the same thing.
Would you like to hear a joke?
Yes, anything right now.
Maybe now's not the best time.
Well,
If we're all going to die.
at least for now, only if we see ourselves again, although the two of you at least are in stasis, so you don't have to worry about that. That helps. Lister, try and get back to... Actually, do we want to go back to the bridge? We should probably leave the bridge if we're still here.
Maybe cargo?
Meet at Cargo. Lister, take Telemachus and we'll meet at Cargo.
I'm currently hiding in a cabinet.
We can hide in wine barrels.
Why are you hiding in a cabinet?
Because I want to see myself and see if I've got the gamma pendant, because I haven't got my gamma pendant, I left it in the future. Maybe if we go back to the future, I can get my pendant.
But didn't Telemachus tell you that if you see yourself, you die? So you can't see yourself.
No, but I can see myself, it's so long as I don't see myself.
Lister, the pendant won't be here. It doesn't line up. Please just meet me at Cargo.
Alright, I will stealthily make my way to Cargo. I'm gonna Scooby-Doo creep to Cargo.
Gonna, like a shaggy walk on the way. Okay, you're gonna have to stealth. Like, Telemachus is looking round the door, and can you roll me a stealth, please? Yeah. On a 21, you start like shimmying around this corner. You sort of like slide along the wall, and then Telemachus, who is a little further up from you, just goes,
Wait.
and you just hear again, Wismores! Like, and you go, she goes, run, back, and she starts like pushing you like all the way back towards a different sort of, into a different door.
On a nat 20, can I like reveal something about my suit or something for the first time? Like, I can go invisible, it's been able to do this whole time, but this is the first time I do it.
What happens is, you panic and go, ah, like that, and the button just goes, zoom, and you're gone. And you see Telemachus like, this.
Play it cool, Telemachus, play it cool.
And she stands dead straight.
Casual,
As you
act
see-
casual.
the other blister walk past, sort of smile and wave, and keep going, followed by this train of Wizmos.
Do I see the gamma pendant?
There is no pendant.
Alright, well it doesn't exist at all then, that's cool. Right. I've got a nat 20, I'm just gonna like sneak down to the... These are my sneaking arms apparently.
You're going down this corridor. And you can hear your other self turn round, start coming down this corridor. Can you roll another stealth check for me, please? Okay, you see a cupboard to the side of you, and you and Telemachus can sort of open it up and just dive inside.
So Telemachus, do you think if I just knocked myself out, would that have a bad effect on everything? Because then I won't be able to see myself.
What if you do yourself some damage? Oh my god, this could explain so much.
Like, she just sort of like suddenly is like...
So I saw myself. Am I in like a cleaner's outfit? Am I in like... I mean, we've
You're
got...
in your normal outfit.
Yeah, so I've seen Wizmos, so it must be not that far in the past.
Roll a perception for me.
Hey.
Yeah, okay. So for you, this seems to be shortly after you left Aberdeen.
Oh god, I'm haunting myself. Telemachus, it's gonna be me. You remember when we were all getting freaked out about us being here, but we weren't here? Oh, we've made it worse. Oh, we've made it worse. We've made it so much worse. Alara, we've made it worse.
What did you do? What did you do?
No, we've wound up just after we went to Edinburgh. Aberdeen, sorry. Do you remember when we thought we were being haunted by the future of ourselves, and now here we are fucking haunting the future of ourselves?
Were the ghosts?
I don't know. But maybe we should try and find the ghosts.
Where are you?
In a cabinet again.
In your cabinets.
Also invisible, but I'm in a cabinet no less.
You're no longer invisible. It has like a time thing. You are literally just in the cabinet. And can you roll a survival check for me, please?
Okay.
Your suit begins to malfunction. In fact, it starts to steam.
I mean, no one will notice a malfunctioning suit in a cabinet that I've never been in.
It's getting hot.
Getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
Pretty much what I'm gonna have to do. I think.
As well, like
I start taking off my suit.
Yeah.
So I'm just back down to my leather jacket again. I'll take my leather jacket off the suit, take my suit off, then put my leather jacket back on.
It was over the suit.
It's always over the suit. Have you only just realised this many episodes in? I always put the leather jacket on over the suit.
Now, Telemachus looks at you. You can't go out like that.
What do you mean I can't go like that?
You can't go out like that. What if they see you?
Did they see me?
Did we not just discuss how bad a thing that is?
Well, yeah, we did. Okay, we did.
Hey, put this on.
And she slams like this. It almost looks like a battery pack. And she slams it onto your coat. And a suit comes up over you.
No, not the play suit. No, not this suit, Telemachus. This is
You can wander around now without them even looking at you. Look, hang on. Look, there's a sticker on it.
And she sort of starts plugging some things in.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Look, now they won't even be able to see you again.
Oh, but the cameras are gonna pick us up.
What?
Didn't we tell you anything about that? Obviously not. We were being pretty freaked out by being haunted by us in these fucking suits.
What?
A while back, and there was some scary stuff going on, Telemachus. Real scary. Look, let's just get to cargo as quickly as we bloody can, which is typically downstairs where we all got fucking haunted. Alright, come on, let's go. Go, quickly.
Okay.
Alara, Turnt, and AL, what are you doing? Where are you? Still on the bridge?
Now, like, making our way down to cargo as quickly as possible.
Making our way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and I'm homebound.
Could all three of you roll a perception for me, please?
Sure, why not? Damn it. Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Alara,
dear.
you're sort of just not with it right now. You're sort of
No.
trying to wrap your head around everything that's going on. However, Turnt in particular, you hear footsteps. And so does AL, but Turnt, this sounds like 2 sets of footsteps.
I hear a fellow partygoer. A fellow
You hear
partygoer.
someone else?
Yes.
They are coming from the corridor you are currently walking down, and you can hear them coming around the corner.
Are there
They
any
are-
doors around us?
Yeah, there's a couple of doors. You know the ship. There, you can see the canteen is to the left, and there's like another sort of like storage.
I'm gonna
room,
quickly
bits and bobs in there.
jumping into the canteen, pulling the 2 of them in with me, closing the door, and I'm using that USB stick to lock the door.
Yes,
Just
you
so
two.
no one can come in.
You can lock this door, and all of you are in the canteen.
Okay, so what we know right now is for some reason there's more of us than there should be, right?
Yes. But that's actually not uncommon.
Should we destroy them?
No, I have a feeling these are our past selves. Please don't destroy anyone. But we need to try and avoid past me and Blister and Telemachus. And right now she's like rattled, like trying to remember who the hell else was on the ship at that time.
Turn, how much far as what used to be considered sci-fi, I don't know if they would still call it sci-fi, oh boy, what would it have been called? It's stuff that used to be watched for entertainment purposes. They expounded on occasionally, and they were TV shows and series where they occasionally expounded on time travel, and a few of them actually had loops that sound similar to what we might be experiencing, and how bad killing your alternate self was because you were killing yourself.
What was the question?
Thank you.
Can you repeat that?
Okay.
No, you don't actually have to repeat the whole.
Okay. She'd repeat it, maybe
Okay.
try and say it another way. She knows she's not the smartest person, so sometimes she has to say stuff a few times anyways.
So the question is if I've seen that?
Yeah, if Turnt has seen shows like these sci-fi shows where they get address the whole time loop thing and killing yourself, or
Back on my home world, I was always working, so I did not have much time to watch shows, unfortunately. I'm sure I would have enjoyed them. So we're not destroying them, then?
No, definitely no destroying anyone.
Or partying
Please.
with them?
Not right now, no.
Okay,
unfortunately not.
okay. So just
So do we
sitting here.
waiting for the footsteps to pass, and then we'll make our way down to cargo, hopefully.
Okay.
As you do this,
Do we hear?
a screen pops down.
Oh,
Argo
crap!
is Where'd you go? I thought I had to tell you something. Why'd you leave the bridge? You said you'd meet me there.
I got hungry.
Okay.
Just go up to the bridge and I'll be there in a minute. I need to get something to eat. I took my helmet off this morning. It's kind of screwed with my...
No, this is kind of important. I mean, well, Telemachus would tell me to tell you, so I'm telling you. And so we found this weird life form on the ship. I don't really know what it is.
Where?
It just stands there. And you see the screen pops up. And there is a spacesuit walking along the corridor. I don't know what it is. Don't know where it's come from. But seems to be alive.
Are you able to scan it and see if there's life or anything there, or if it's...
I have thermal sight, if that would
It
work.
doesn't seem to pick up on most of that. Something in the suit stops it. But it's alive. It's definitely walking.
Do you think we can befriend it?
You can try.
If we haven't already.
Yeah, Alara, can you
Go
roll
out.
Perception for me, please?
Sure. Oh, thank God.
On this, you know two things. You know that when you were last in this time zone, Argo showed you a spacesuit walking around the ship. You also know that there was a problem in the cargo bay at this point. This is when you and Telemachus disappeared. This is the same spacesuit that was wandering around in the corridors and that you confronted in the dark.
I'm gonna try my communications again to see if I can reach Blister.
Yeah,
Blister, please tell me. Blister.
Hello, Lara.
Where are you?
I'm heading down to cargo.
Right now, you're heading down to cargo.
Yep.
What are you walking by right now?
Now, Lara, you
Rooms,
look at
doors.
this screen and you see this spacesuit going.
It's very inconvenient, these suits, having to put your finger on your ear all the time.
I'm gonna walk out the door.
By the way, this is just something Blister for some reason has adopted.
I'm basically gonna walk out and stand in front of him now.
Oh, Christ! Hello, Lara. Do you like whiskey?
Sour.
Okay.
I can make you some whiskey sours if you'd like.
Yes, please. 4 of them. Now, that'd be great. Am I drinking again? It looks like I'm drinking again. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it looks like you are. And I make 4 whiskey sours.
Your suit.
Yes, I know. My suit started malfunctioning, and Telemachus slapped this thing on me, and now I'm definitely the ghost.
This is all lining up.
But it's not! Because if I was the ghost this soon after being the ghost, then I would be like, hey, it's alright. But that's what I'd do. Who cares about dying? I'd go and say to the suit, hello, Blister, it's alright, it's me, not you, and you're not me, and we're all gonna be okay. I mean, I might break time. But there's always plenty of time laying around, isn't there? We could just get some new time.
I think you're starting to break my brain. Where's Telemachus?
Shit. Where is Telemachus? Alice. Fuck. I lost Telemachus! I took my eye off her for 2 seconds.
I think Blister was onto something, though. Maybe if we recreate the events that we know happened from last time, then we can ensure that the timeline remains intact.
Well, no, because that would partially involve me shooting an older version of Telemachus, which is not okay.
Okay, this is gonna sound bad. Did she die?
Oh yes.
Yes, I was cleaning up that.
Oh.
I was cleaning up her lab for like 3 days. It was traumatic as fuck and horrible.
Okay, so there goes that idea.
This is
But if
why.
we have a ghost.
An alarm goes off. All the lights start to shut down.
Okay, look, Alara, can you remember things about what happened here? What was that alarm? Why did it go off?
It went off and then people started disappearing. It was because there was someone else. It's because of us. It's because of us that it's going off.
Maybe Ayel and I can make ourselves known and talk to these future past
Definitely
versions.
past versions.
Definitely past. Maybe Ayel and I can talk to these past versions of yourself without running the risk of you being erased.
Yes, because you're both still in cryo, so that'll be fine.
Well, wait,
Yes,
how far
that-
back are we at this point?
People pop out of cryo all the time, it'll be fine. And no more than a week or so.
A few weeks.
That sounds like
still-
a good plan.
That still seems like that might break timeline, though, because you, A, didn't know she could create drinks. You would have woken her up if you'd known that at least a week earlier. If you think we're roughly a week earlier from here.
You don't know until you try.
Why don't we
Haha.
just-
Am I right?
Why don't we just hide somewhere for 2 weeks? Not do any of the things that the creepy usses did. Not eat anything, not do anything. Just wait until they go forward in time, and then be like, well, that's that problem solved.
How do we not eat for 2 weeks?
I can
Or
make
drink,
you
not
whiskey
hustle.
showers.
Or
This
Well,
alarm,
I'd say normally.
this alarm keeps ringing,
Oh, no,
and a red light flashes around this. All the corridors have gone dark.
Okay,
if we see ourselves or ourselves sees us, I don't even know how to say this anymore. Do both versions of us go, or just us here, or us then? Do we know which it is?
Or have we confirmed this at all? Or is this based on speculation?
There hasn't. Definitely more speculation than anything else. Lord knows that I've seen many of my clone selves and obviously still here, but in terms of coming face to face with past and future selves,
It seems to me
No.
that now is the time for taking risks. Lest we all die here.
well, at least right now we can use the dark to our advantage.
From down the corridor, a glow of just yellow and blue erupts from the side, and someone is propelled through this portal type thing and thrown down the other side of the corridor.
They look like they could use a drink.
not for very long. My memory's shite.
Oh
I'm trying to
my
remember what this is all about. Like,
How many whiskeys have you had now?
how many have I had now, Turnt?
2.
Alright, no, I'm still sober. Ish.
Okay.
You hear a voice from down the end of the corridor where this effectively portal has forced this person out. Goes, ow. Ugh.
Look, I've got an idea. I'll let everyone know that we're here, and then we'll just deal with the cards as they fall.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yep.
Alara?
At this point, what's the worst that could happen? I have no idea what to do anymore.
Alright. I'm gonna take my electric guitar from my back. I'm going to conjure my magic mic. and I'm gonna try and
Wait.
play into the magic mic.
Wait!
Wait.
You said that all you do is clean here.
Oh no! That's that. I used to clean here. I then I joined the band for a little bit. I'm actually quite good. And he's gonna try and play something. I'll let you know how it goes depending on the role.
You sure you want to play alone?
Oh boy. So he tries to play Stairway to Heaven. But actually he's sliding along the strings and it starts making like literally a horror theme, you know? It's like it sounds
Blister, do you have any classical training with that?
Can't you tell?
You know, that was pretty good.
All you
Maybe-
hear is you see a hand grab round the corner in this spacesuit and pull forward and just go, "Oh my god, I recognize that sound anywhere."
Who goes there?
And another spacesuit steps around the corner. And the shield goes up. What the hell are you doing here? And you see Telemachus, about 21, 22 years old.
Telemachus. Right, avoid me, like the plague, especially if I'm wearing this suit, because I'm gonna try and kill you. Telemachus, block your ears.
Look, your Telemachus isn't there.
Oh, good. Look,
I'm sorry, what?
okay, essentially, right, in this timeline, you must remember this. You must remember all the timey-wimey bullshit that happened when you were about 7.
This is my first time here. I've been told there's some sort of invading presence on board. I've come here to sort it out.
Wait, Blister, the issue is partially the suit, right? You think the suit's part of it?
Yes.
So get out of the damn suit!
Yeah, you ripped the suit off.
I take my blaster and I blast it as well.
Yeah?
How about you just hand that here?
What's that?
The
The
blaster.
blast.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll take it.
Since we're apparently on that timeline, let's do what we can to prevent the thing.
Yeah, I'll hand
And
over my
break, like-
blaster. You take it.
Every theoretic law on time travel.
Guys? We've got a slight problem on board. I don't know how you're here or why you're here, but wait, there's another problem. I've been chasing this thing through time for nearly 5-6 years.
Were you on the place a little while back? The hospital place.
I haven't seen you since then. Where have you been?
Right, well, younger you tried to make a time travel device, and they worked. Well done, by the way. And we've gone through time somewhere, back in time.
Right. Well, right now, I have a bigger priority. That stuff, and she pulls like her sleeve down, and you see this black ichor sort of burn wrapped around her arm, which Alara will remember from St. Christopher's. That's on here.
Why is it on you?
It grabbed her.
It's an accident. It's fine. I'm all good. It's fine.
Should we not, like, remove your arm or something? How long's it been like that?
It's fine. It's just a scar.
Okay,
Anyway, look,
Telemachus.
it's on this
Hang on,
ship.
Telemachus, you need to know something. When we found your grandpappy way back, he was infested with that stuff, and it took over his whole body, and I'm sure you remember the traumatic events of when you were about 6 or 7, when we had to jettison him out into space.
Yeah, look, I get it, but I'm fine. Look, nothing has happened. It's a scar. And you can see where it looks like she's burnt it off, like... She's like, it's fine, okay? I work for a medical facility. I know what this is.
Your granddad worked for a medical facility as well, and we reckon he might have made the Uber plague.
Look, okay, well, the Uber plague is on this ship right now. You guys, me, at like 7 or whatever you're talking about, that thing is here. It has traveled here to get me. I need to stop it, or I'm gonna die.
You know what stops it?
No,
Can we blow it up? I have bombs.
I guess.
Tarrant, you're like my new best friend.
But then we
Blister,
destroy
do you still
Argo.
have your singularity emitter?
No, I checked. It's not
It's
even...
in the ship?
Please take your seats.
I mean, theoretically it must be somewhere, but I don't have it at the minute. It wasn't under my bunk.
You don't. Yourself doesn't. Don't you remember? We went up onto the level. Alara disappeared. I disappeared.
I remember that.
You fired the singularity emitter. At me! Thank you very much.
What? No, I didn't.
You fired at the suit. She's the suit.
Stop wearing these damn suits!
I haven't got anything else.
You can have my
But the
suit.
singularity emitter's here. It's here, is what
Yes.
she's saying.
Blister,
If
you are carrying
we
it.
can
not
use
you,
that-
Blister. Other Blister is carrying it.
Where were you at this time? If we can get that from other blister and shoot this thing with that, that might actually do something that we need to have happen.
Either way, I need to go find younger me.
Well, Blister must have... Well, all of them must have heard that lovely little guitar riff I did there a second ago. Hang on. Blister should have a magic mic as well. Blister, can you hear me? That's going to come through all of your ears if you have comms devices just slightly too loud. The magic mic, 10-mile radius.
You hear like a
Ow.
glitch and a buzz. It's like it's... All of you can hear it, but all the electronics around you start to fizzle.
Turn to your key!
I'm fine. I had an accident back in the day, so I think I'm a little extra vulnerable.
Well, you should get Telemachus to fix you up when we're all done.
Yeah.
Look, I gotta go. I've gotta go.
Where are you going?
I'm going down to the cargo bay. I need to find younger me. This thing is after younger me. I'm going. And she runs.
And she's the one who takes herself. This is lining up, Blister. We have to go after them.
I agree.
Vámonos. That means let's go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Aye, Laminos!
So I'm gonna be upping it after. Not Lamina. Oh dear God. Let's just
Yeah,
go. I'm probably at this point like I'm gonna be pulling Blister by his hand. Like, let's move, please.
Yeah, you guys run down towards the cargo bay. And it's getting darker and darker on this level.
I can turn on a flashlight if you'd like.
I can see fine. I don't know about everyone else.
Well,
You arrive in a corridor. And you see young Telemachus walking around with Blister, Alara, and the two others that were on the ship at the time.
Those were woken up from cryo too.
And you can see them slowly walking around, like they're feeling out, they can't see anything as they feel around.
I'm going to cast light on Blister's blaster.
Yeah, you
Do I
do
have to
that.
be able to touching it? Do I have to be able to touch it?
No.
Yeah, no, it has to be a touch. It's touch range.
yeah.
Never mind.
You can see them walking around.
I'll just turn on my flashlight.
You do that.
Okay.
You light up the corridor for you guys.
Oh, hi! Blister!
They're still reaching out in this darkness.
Like they don't even see us.
I'll walk up and tap Blister on the shoulder.
He spins round and looks right at you.
You're right!
We can't see ourselves.
It's alright, it's nothing. That's Irish. I just can't do the accent today. But he sort of backs up. You can see him talk to Alara and keep progressing.
We can't hear him.
He can't see us. We can't see they can't see their future selves. That's why we kept thinking they were ghosts.
It's alright, I'll write something on the wall to let us know. I'm gonna take something sharp and I'm gonna scratch into the wall.
Grab the emitter!
No, hang on. Can I touch? Oh, I touched him, right? So I was able to touch it. I'm not gonna. If I try and snatch it off him, he'll think he's being possessed or something. He'll freak right out. No, I'll write something reassuring on the wall first. So I'm gonna write on the wall, "We got your Telemachus."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's gonna be all that.
That's going to calm us down. Don't you remember what they did last time?
You see this other Alara look at these words and back up and start to freak out. Her mouth is moving, but words aren't coming out.
Oh no, I'll write something else. Don't scream.
Can I grab what he's writing with?
Yes.
Okay. That was Blister. This
At
is
this
now
point,
Ilara.
they've left where
Oh
you
no!
and they are trying to reach further down the corridor. And you see them stop and turn to the right down this other corridor. This red light is still flashing and whirring around as they progress down there. You can see younger Telemachus, their younger Telemachus, walking slowly behind. But she's at not a wide distance, but a bit of a distance.
Perhaps. Run up and try and catch up with them.
Yeah, you do this. And older Telemachus sort of pulls you. Are you all running to catch up with them?
I will.
Older Telemachus holds your arm, Lara, and pulls you back a little bit, just so you're just behind. Look, this is going to sound really weird and really, really strange. When the time comes to it, I need to talk to Blister. Not this Blister, old Blister. Now, I know he can't hear me, but I'm going to be giving him signals. I'm going to be nodding. I'm going to have to do it some other way. I'm going to have to signal to him. If my memory serves me correctly, I need you to grab me, young me, okay? I need you to pull me away from the group. Get me out of there, because otherwise this could be worse. I don't know what's going to happen.
All right.
Okay. Let's do this. And
Nice
you
to
will
say I hate time travel now.
Welcome to our world.
and you
They
I'm
must
having
tell
a
me
lot
this
of
was
fun
cursed
with
step. I might have found another.
Alice has been messing with this with us for ages. I don't know how she's keeping track of it all, but my god.
I don't know.
And you begin to follow down this corridor. And you see older Telemachus almost run up ahead and stand at the end of the corridor. And you see your past self stop. And Blister approaches older Telemachus in this spacesuit. And you can't hear the words coming from the mouth, but you can see her nodding, shaking her head, holding up numbers, very much like Blister you will remember. You all roll a perception for me, please.
I've just had a thought as well, Alara.
What?
Well, let's say, okay, this is going to be a bit more strange, alright? I might be adding unnecessary layers of confusion. But let's say, in this timeline, I was to roll the dice, and it rolled a 6. Now, if we went back in time and saw the same event, would the dice still roll a 6? Or is there a chance that we could go down a completely different, like, annal of time? Should I...
Something changed.
Yeah, should I tamper with his singularity emitter rather than take it? Because do you remember, I couldn't hit that fish for anything, which is how I ended up going through the void fish. But if this time, if I'm a better shot, if I get lucky, that might not happen at all.
You'll remember that was before this.
No, I won't, because I'm Blister and I've got no idea what timeline is anymore.
That was before this happened.
Okay.
And Alara, could you also roll a perception for me, please?
Oh yeah, I can do it for you. Yeah.
Oh, is it not working?
No, we killed it to free up some more of them.
Yeah. I'm calling my internet provider after I get off this with you guys. Let's do it that way.
Oh, you're good at perception. Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah!
You both got.
No, you're not. Sorry. You're not.
Okay, so just turn.
So it's him.
As you guys are sort of mesmerized by this scene in front of you, turn. You look up to your left, and there's an air vent. And there's something coming out of it. There's like a black ichor, a black goo slowly seeping through this air vent.
I hope we're all aware of the black ooze coming from the air vents. It looks an awful like my oil sours that I used to make back on Homeworld.
I'm gonna cast Void Light on it straight away. That's the worst roll I've ever made on Void Light.
Oh no!
I need to roll. Okay, I got a nat 1.
Well,
So-
it takes 1 radiant damage.
Yeah, it
Just
there's
one.
this burst of light, and you see it recoil slightly, and then the vent starts to shake, and it bursts open, and you see this black ichor covered hand reach through the vent and start crawling out of it and down the side. It doesn't seem to see you at all, and you see it walking. Or Alara, you see it walking towards young Telemachus.
I go to grab her.
Can you roll an athletics check for me, please? Or Scrat, can you roll an athletics
Yeah, of course I
check?
can. So I need to know, how many actions do we have right now? Can we all freak out? And she's amazing at athletics. Can we all freak
Telemachus
out?
is involved, like she is off on one. So, Alara, you run forward, and you're so aware of what's happening. As you grab her, she feels solid, and she screams, and you drag her back around this corner of the corridor, away from this black ichor-like form.
Can I draw my other blaster, the one that I didn't give to AL, and start firing at this thing?
You can. As you do this, you see your past selves turn. Alara, you see yourself screaming, running after you as you drag younger Telemachus around this corridor. And this creature turns and looks in your direction very slowly. Could you all roll initiative, please?
Yay.
No, Blister, can you dual wield?
How do you have initiative 16.1?
It's the tiebreaker.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's a habit of mine to throw that on.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. In this case, Jay would have the initiative over me because she's got the higher dex.
So turn.
Yes, I can dual wield.
Turn. What are you doing? Is this? You see this almost human? It doesn't seem to see you. It's like it's following your Alara, but that could be because she's got Telemachus.
I will pull out one of the bombs from my belt and I will prime it with my plasma, and I will throw a plasma bomb at this monster. So, yes, it's a 7 to hit.
It does not hit. However, the ship suddenly sort of lurches as this explosion happens and this light bursts out. It is Blister's turn.
Right. I'm gonna turn to this thing and I'm gonna open fire, essentially. I'm gonna use my Magnus, which I'm not trained to use, by the way. Not properly. And fun fact, viewers, Blister's most kills this season have been with a butter knife.
Yeah.
Man, a butter knife.
Does a 10 hit it?
A 10 does not hit, I'm afraid.
I don't know what the rules are for offhand attacks, but I'd like to make an offhand attack.
What are you hitting it with, first of all?
Sorry?
Are you punching it? What are you doing?
Oh, no, I want to use the second blaster, which I believe AL just chucked me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I want to fire with the other hand. If that's allowable to you.
Yeah. Go for it.
I'm not sure how the damage and everything works, but I'll look it up as we go. That's even worse. I just I'm not trained.
Sort of panicked and let loose these 2 shots.
I thought you said you could dual wield.
I am.
It is Alara's turn. Alara, you are dragging this young Telemachus around a corner. And she is kicking and screaming. She's doing everything to get off you.
And she can hear me?
She can hear you. She's like, what are you doing? Get off!
It's Alara. You need to trust me. I need to move you. There is something after you. And I know it's
Okay.
confusing. And I know you see me, but please just trust me, sweetie. So I tell her that, and I'm going to use my, does the battle fist, is that a distance one? I'm flying without my character sheet right now. This is fun.
No, it's a melee weapon. All of your weapons are melee weapons unless you throw the antimatter dagger or use your phaser.
Throw the dagger.
Hang on a second. I think
Throw the dagger.
we've got that set up as a thing at the minute, so I'll switch that to Dex. Okay.
Yeah, you hit.
Oh.
And this will do necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you raging right now?
Could be.
I feel you probably would.
I'm raging. No, the helmet. Yeah, I would be raging with the helmet.
And the rest of you that are close to this, you see this blade sort of whip past your ears and plunge into this creature that screams, like lets out this horrific scream. And Blister, for a split second, as all this black, like ichor is running off of it, you can see James Greenway's face as he sort of lurches out at you.
Ah!
The 2 does not hit him too. Yeah, he's fully distracted by this, and he's rolling backwards. It is AL's turn.
About how far off are we from this?
You are very close. You 3 are very, very close. It's only Alara that is backed right up with young Telemachus.
Okay. I'm gonna use my laser sword then. Not that I should be getting too close, but hey, I'm not the smart one here.
The scary thing is you might be.
You swing through, and it's almost like it bends in an almost unhuman way to move out of the way of this laser sword of yours. And it looks like it starts to grow just that little bit bigger, only like 3 or 4 inches, but it's growing taller.
Whatever this thing is, this thing's just freakish.
You see down the corridor Wizmos. Past Wizmos start firing
Oh, Alice is frozen.
Uh-oh.
Happens sometimes. You should.
That's not me. That's not me.
randomly at.
Alice, you froze for a second. Go again.
Okay, you see the Wizmos, the past Wizmos, start firing at this black ichor, this humanoid shape, just firing over and over again. And suddenly you hear past Ilara and past Blister all shouting, what are they firing at? They're just, and you can hear sort of, they're just chaos. They're just chaos minions. They fire at anything. They're causing destruction. But what you see are Wizmos firing at this black humanoid ichor form.
Can I tell Telemachus to shout to them there's something attacking the ship?
You can
If I can speak to her, but she can speak to them.
As she has started to speak to you, you notice they can no longer hear her.
Sorry about that. Okay.
And turns, it is your go.
Bombs away! And I will prime and throw another plasma bomb.
Ooh, yes you do. Can you roll the... hang on, let's have a look.
So I think that the damage isn't done until the end of the creature's turn. So
Yeah. Okay, so this bomb gets lodged in this ichor, and you can see it trying to pull it off, but it's like this gooey mass, and this bomb won't leave it. Blister, it is your turn.
Have I seen this thing using any magic or anything like that?
No.
Alright. And how far away is the other blister?
The other blister is down the other end of the corridor.
How far? Can I get to him in time?
Yes, I would say so.
Now, Alice, I'm still considering what I'm going to do. Would it be considered an action if I run over and grabbed the singularity emitter from him?
I would say yes, if you can grab it.
There's far too many ifs there. I'm gonna fire at it with my Magnus again.
Yeah,
Bam!
that misses, I'm afraid.
Right, last shot with the offhand weapon. I'm using my nat 20.
Go for it. And roll damage for me, please.
-2 because it's offhand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ooh!
Ooh, okay. This creature
26, yeah.
falls.
24.
Falls to its knees, and it just starts crawling towards you. It's making this horrible, whining sort of sound as it screeches. It is Alara's turn. You are muted.
How close is... I realize that. How close is Blister to me?
Blister is now down the other end of the corridor. You can't even see him. He's gone around a corner towards this other Blister.
And the ichor is further away from me, correct?
It is. It's now moving much slower towards you.
Because I shot out its knees!
It's because my weapons are all like, I have to be right on top of them.
You do have a phaser. It does non-lethal
That's
damage.
Telemic.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna use that phaser. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm gonna use the phaser.
Yeah, roll for me. Or Scrat, roll for.
That's my puppeteer.
That misses over. You're sort of holding Telemachus and you are firing, and by holding Telemachus, you haven't quite got your aim on. And she is jumping up herself. And she stands behind Ilara as this thing starts crawling further towards you. And it turns and faces Turnt and reaches out. Does a 12 hit your armor class?
It does not.
Does not. It reaches out. How do you avoid it as it sort of reaches out in this sort of black goo?
I will screw in so my head like ducks down.
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of duck, and it just passes very quickly, almost like elasticated over your head. And as you do this, could you also roll the damage on your plasma bomb, please?
Yes. So 10.
Awesome. As you do this, it shrieks, and there's like this burst of light that erupts, and all of you will see this burst, and just a black puddle is left on the floor. You're out of initiative.
That creature was quite spooky.
We need to find some way to destroy it.
It's not destroyed.
Can we safely burn it?
I mean, there's black ichor everywhere, right? It's not just vanished. Look.
I have more bombs.
Okay, Turnt Ale. So, here is the lowdown of what I suspect. When we found this guy in his youth, he was going out of his way to make a cure for every disease. Not only in space, no, he was greedier than that. He wanted to make a cure for every disease ever, in past, future, and everything. So I have a suspicion that this ichor is potentially immune to, you know, simple things like fire.
What about...
But if he's trying to get rid of sicknesses, I mean, burns, that's not a sickness.
Hell, I'm willing to try it.
Is anyone looking at like this puddle of goo?
I am not taking my eyes off that puzzle, Ella.
Yeah.
Now roll a perception for me, please. Anyone who is looking at it.
Roll for me too.
I'm sorry, Laura.
Okay, only Turn sees this. Turn, you see some of this black oozing liquid seep back into the air vents and disappear down the sides. And you see also one of the bracelets that you saw earlier that Telemachus was using to get you all on this ship.
So long, Ooze. Safe travels.
No.
What?
The Ooze. It's, it left.
It's right there.
It went through the vents, no?
Yeah, you see all this black ooze.
Yeah.
It's literally like creeping up the walls and disappearing back into the vents.
I cast Sacred
It's
Flame.
really-
We're gonna burn it, right?
Burn
Yeah.
it. Yes, burn it.
So like I start singing the only hymn I know, which goes, "Oh holy night." It needs to make a DC 9 dexterity save. I'm sorry, I'm the worst.
Oh god, I love it.
Nothing happens. You can see it like steam a little bit. It's like the flames lick across it, but don't even touch it. Like it sits on oil as it disappears.
I tried. We said burning it would be a good thing, right? I tried.
Yeah.
Why did the Vect get angry so often?
Oh Jesus. I don't know.
People kept pushing its buttons.
I'm not sure if I'm scared or amused.
Sorry, I noticed large amounts of tension. Tension broken.
Oh, you could say that.
Haha.
What's going on with Oh God. What's going on with the current young
Telemachus.
Telemachus?
You have snatched.
It's not ours, but
from
the
past.
God.
You see her in the arms of older Telemachus. Older Telemachus has her suit on, and she's holding her much like you would hold her. And she said, I've got to go. We've got to go.
Telemachus, watch out for me.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Not me, but me.
Sort of smiles a little bit. She's like, well, I guess I will see you then.
Here, have this before you go. And I give Telemachus a whiskey sour.
So she takes it while she's holding younger Telemachus. She says, you know, I've never had a drink. And she just downs it because she's not quite sure what it is. And you hear, oh, Jesus, what is in that? Like, she looks back at it. Oh, my. Like,
I will be better.
no, it's good. It's real good.
You're welcome.
I've got to go. And you can see young Telemachus is actually asleep on her shoulders, effectively. Is it? See you later.
Take care of yourself.
And she slams a button on her chest, and you see her just sort of disappear. Your Telemachus is nowhere to be seen. Your past selves seem to have left. You can see the Wizmos puzzlingly looking at both sets of you before following the others. They're scooping up whatever remnants there are of this black ichor in like these little tubes.
No, Wizmos, don't touch that, burn it.
And they disappear after the past selves.
We probably should have burned that stuff faster.
Oh God, if the Wizmos have got it.
Who knows what they're gonna do with it?
What they always
Where
do, they'll spread
did
it
you last
everywhere.
Well, of course, it's what they do. But where'd you see our Telemachus last?
In Telemachus's arms.
That wasn't ours. That was past Telemachus. With future Telemachus, we need to find current Telemachus.
Wasn't she in the cantina with us?
She was back at my room with me, and then when I walked back to you guys, she was gone.
Is she back in your room, you think?
Maybe she hid in one of the cupboards. I was setting a good example there.
Didn't
Can't Argo
someone...
just find her?
Good point.
That is a very good point. Hey, Argo!
All the lights flicker back on.
Were you seriously just having them lights off for fun?
And he jumps and he jutters. He goes, sorry. Technical difficulty, not sure why.
Alright.
What do you want?
Where's Telemachus?
She's... Well, Lara seems pretty upset. I think she's gone.
What do you mean you think she's gone?
Lara said someone dragged her away. I want her back. Need to find her.
Alright, now can you do a quick scan of the ship and see if there are any other Telemachuses on board?
And he looks confused.
Don't question it.
The only issue we have is we have another suit on board. Smaller one, actually. Look, and the screen flickers and changes, and you see a much shorter, probably a 7-year-old Telemachus size suit.
Ours.
Looking up at the screen.
Already running to wherever that screen is. Running.
Exactly. I'm right behind him. I am right behind him, going.
I will follow.
You I will follow. She
I love it. Like,
engineering.
no.
And you can see young Telemachus looking up at a screen. And she presses a button and the helmet sort of disappears. And she's looking up at this screen watching a video.
Running.
You all arrive at this engineer's bay.
Yeah.
Wait, engineer's bay.
I'm gonna like scoop up.
What?
Yeah, you can scoop her up.
Wait.
What just happened?
We all just sort of met each other again. Do you remember when you got taken? And you said I took
Yeah.
you? I did. We're back to that point. We went back to that point. And I had to take you because something was about to attack you.
I don't understand.
And she's like looking up at the screen. And there's like, the screen is divided like how a security camera would be. And there's 3 different screens. And there's one of her currently looking up at the screen. There's one of her sat in like a playroom somewhere, writing hello on the wall. And then there's another of an older Telemachus carrying a younger Telemachus, walking down a corridor.
Wait, where are these video feeds going to, Telemachus?
I don't know. I tried to look, I tried to rewire, and I don't understand.
Are we looking at different timelines?
I don't know.
Argo should know where he's getting his feed from. No?
Argo, where are these feeds coming from?
There is silence.
Do you know what? Did you guys ever watch Galaxy Quest? Do you know when like the captain just literally takes ideas from his queue and literally his only job is to speak to the computer? Don't ever let me become that, alright?
I mean,
And then the screen flickers again. You see older Telemachus working in a lab. You see a suit appear behind her.
I'm turning right away right now with little Telemachus in my arm so she can't see the screen.
I'm watching intently.
You hear and you see, well, Blister, you see the gunshot that hits older Telemachus.
Blaster, Magnus Opus.
You're not sure. It looks like a standard generic blaster.
maybe.
And the screen goes black.
Maybe you should just swear off the blasters.
No, didn't you see? That was like a generic sort of blaster, and I pull out my gun, which is a Magnus Opus. It's a really nice gun. It's like a laser gun. There's like lights on it and everything. I'm like, it's not the same gun. I don't own a gun like that.
Maybe
I mean-
you will.
Or you pick it up somewhere or something.
That's not... I don't think having a gun on me is really the problem. It's having
This
the...
is all like I have my hands over Telemachus's ears and I'm just making her look at me so she's not hearing any of this.
Yeah, she doesn't understand. She's more phased out, but she just lets you do this.
I think the problem is that I'm shooting her in the first place.
Well, yeah.
There has to be a motive. If we can identify the motive and erase the motive, then maybe it will never happen.
I've got a feeling it's got something to do with that.
You really think she wasn't infected?
Say again, Alara.
What if she's really still infected? What if she looks like, when we see her at what she just left us as, a 21-year-old-ish girl, but she has that ichor brewing in her? What if further down the line you realize that she actually was infected? What if you came back again, back in time, because she was still infected and was about to turn into something else like her grandfather?
Take your hands off of Telemachus for a second. Telemachus, now that you've time traveled once, do you think you could do it again? Do you think you could do it more accurate? I want to go to a very specific point in time.
I'd need my tools and some time. We'd have to go back to our time first so I can work it out. Where do you want to go?
I want to go to, let's see, how old are you now exactly?
I am 7 and I think 4 weeks.
Alright, I want to go 14 years into the future. And I want to find Greenway.
Greenway is in Grandpa,
Aye.
not the ship.
At that time, I'm hoping it'll be both.
I'm sure I could figure it out.
I'm thinking that if we can go and find Greenway, we can figure out all of how this came to pass. I'm wondering if, however this thing was created, if it was actually spread from Telemachus to Greenway at some point. So the only reason I can think that I'd want to shoot her is to prevent her from meeting Greenway.
You do what?
Yeah.
Shoot who?
The Ichor, Telemachus, the Ichor.
What do you call an android crew team?
I don't know.
Robots.
I failed
Rope.
my deception check. Rope.
And Telemachus. Blister, who do you shoot?
Now, at the moment, I'm not sure that this is true, Telemachus, okay? I've not even really seen into the suit, alright? But...
I don't know if I want to know.
Alright.
You
Well,
don't.
it's up to you right now. You want to know or you don't? Sometimes your imagination can make things worse than they really are.
Grandpa said it's never good to know too much about your future.
The one thing you should know is we're doing everything we can right now to make sure your future is better.
Aye, but what if that attitude's what caused this whole problem?
That mentality, anything we say, could be the cause of the problem.
We have to try.
We've got to try something.
Go home now.
Let's get back to our own time. Yes.
Oh, also, we've got a wild magic surge.
Oh no.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know what to do. We'll go home. I think I want to say goodbye to this Argo first. He helped me find the screen.
do you mean?
Well, he told me to come into this room. He said it was safe in here.
This Argo told you that.
Uh-huh.
And he pulled up the screen.
No, I found the screen. I was bored. I'm sorry. I mean, look. Argo!
And this screen comes down. And the screen explodes just as you see Argo appear on it. It shatters. Smoke starts coming out of it, and she's just... You see Telemachus go wide-eyed in panic.
I want to go home now. Now.
And she sort of starts grabbing
Yes.
all of your hands, and she slams on the button. That same heat, that same whir, those colours, and then darkness briefly, and then back. You were still in the engine room, but Argo is intact. What? Do you need anything? What do you want to do? Am I making dinner again?
I'll make dinner.
I'll make sours.
Okay.
Many of them.
I'm gonna go get us on course. We're about to enter a meteor field, so I'm gonna go and do stuff. Telemachus, come on. And this screen sort of disappears up into the ceiling again. And Telemachus slowly climbs off of Ilara. She looks a bit shell-shocked, but she follows and heads to the bridge.
Before she goes, I'm going to grab her and give her a kiss on her forehead.
And she sort of hugs your legs. But she's like, I don't trust Argo to fly the ship. I'm gonna go.
You call me if you need me right away.
Uh-huh.
Now,
What do you guys do?
I don't know if this is the best time, but do you think we could go back in time again?
Why?
Please.
Don't.
I would like to repair my past as well. I was once struck in the head with space debris, which is why I talk funny.
Well, maybe we can get better control of what's going on and figure out how to pinpoint. That might be something we can look into later.
I don't see the rush.
If you're willing to wait,
We
it's
have
something
all
we'll
the
look at.
time.
We have all the time, but we also have limited time. I don't know how aging works when you're time traveling, or even how you'd keep track of it.
Oh, I hadn't considered that. I just replace broken parts.
Well, I mean, that's definitely convenient.
Very.
Laura, you feel that splitting headache again, like the same time when Blister tried to look into your thoughts. And you briefly lose your vision, you see darkness, and then you see water. You hear it in your ears. And then you're back. And that pain is still there. And Blister turns.
Blister's grabbed hold of Alara if she looked like she was going to sway or anything.
I was going to say, Alara's probably actually fallen to her knees. This
Yeah,
is...
no, she hasn't. Blister's grabbed her.
Okay.
You're right, Alara.
You didn't do that thing again, did you?
No, I didn't do anything.
I saw water again, and I heard it again.
Maybe a ghost version a ghost person is doing it to you.
I can't even consider that. That's... Oh god, there could literally be like 4 of us right now in this room trying to communicate with us and we'd have no idea.
And then Alara, there it is again, that flash of water, that sound of what sounds like someone yelling your name underwater.
I think at this point I'm probably like gripping onto Blister tightly from the pain and the inability to really control it. I'm underwater. I'm underwater and someone's shouting for me.
Did you have some sort of like traumatic event when you were a kid, maybe, or a teenager or something that's made you forget it all?
I honestly have no idea.
I'm really hoping that the future's gonna hold some answers for us. I'd like to think that you're from the future, Laura. When we head forward, we might find you in the development stages or something if you are a project. It's gonna be real weird.
Yes, absolutely. I just hope we figure this out, and I hope we get this fixed.
It seems like we all need to be fixed.
I'm alright.
If you say so.
Alara, your headache seems to fade away.
I'm actually going to lean into Blister at this point, just because everything that's just happened.
Yeah, Blister doesn't let go anyway.
I say we have Turt make us a few more whiskey sours.
It'd be my
And
pleasure.
I say we also need to talk over a few more things and try and figure out what the hell is going on.
And then we'll head back to the future. Huh. But I definitely think we should all get a long rest first. We should take a night's sleep. Telemachus is going to need it too. It's been a long day.
If not a few days, but definitely agreed. We need to take a break for a little bit at least.
Right now I don't care if we are surrounded by ghost versions of ourselves. I need sleep.
Let's
Yeah, go on.
say let's rest.
At this point, you guys can all rest. Whether you probably have something to eat, or maybe make some drinks. You can sit in the canteen briefly. You all have something warm to drink and something hot to eat. And you can be talking for a while. And then will you all go to sleep, or Telemachus will head to her bed. And she will just, on her own, go to sleep.
I shut down for 4 hours, and I spend the rest of my time making bombs.
AL, what about you? Oh, I think you're muted.
That would explain a few things.
Oh no!
I was good. I had tried saying, I recall there being mention of a party. Hey.
Oh shoot!
If you guys want to have a party, like Telemachus will have gone to bed.
Yeah, maybe that's for another day. I'm with you, but perhaps tomorrow night.
Okay, sounds fair. I'll do the music.
And what about Alara and Blister? What are you guys doing?
I imagine we have a fair few drinks.
I
You
provide?
Yes, to say.
I load you guys up with the best stuff I got. I got the best stuff. That's all Turn tells you, is that you're getting the best stuff. You don't need to know anymore about where I source my materials.
So like several drinks in, Bliss is gonna, you know, if you are like some sort of project, I wouldn't mind.
Wouldn't mind what?
If you're a project. An experiment.
I Thank you.
It doesn't seem like she was asking, if you'd mind.
It turns like leaning over the bar at the end.
Like he's drunk as hell. He's like, oh, alright. It could already go to pot in the next few hours,
Well,
couldn't it?
to be fair, that's the scary thing. Yes, it could.
It's been a lot of fun. We've not really had much chance to stop and talk recently, have we?
Well,
No, not really. No.
And what about AL? What is AL doing? Have you come to join? Are you like playing music in the background or?
Yeah.
You're surrounded by Wizmos as well, by the way. If you're getting out like musical equipment, they're gonna start trying to play with it.
Fine.
Maybe we could
As long
stop
as they
that.
don't break anything.
hey,
We could stop that long, creepy violin sound, maybe, and go for something a little more upbeat.
The Wizmos hear this. The
I have a-
Wizmos almost nod in agreement before they find an old school cassette player. And start to play their own music.
Not heard this for a little while, Laura.
I'm sitting there waiting for the disco ball.
what is...
Disco ball comes out from down the room with a Wizmo still like spinning around on it.
I think the Wizmos were trying to hook us up together at one point. They keep doing this.
Care to dance?
Sorry?
Yes. Do you want to dance?
Aye. That I do.
You said it yourself. You said it yourself. You don't know what's going to happen in the next couple hours. Let's make the most of it.
I'm all for that. M'lady.
I'll take his hand.
Yeah, you guys, so you guys can dance, this music will go, this Wizmo is still on the top, and some of them sort of run around on the dance floor as well. What are you doing at this point?
As Aiel is playing her music, I turn to her and I say, "What's Avek's favorite style of music?"
You know, I don't think I've ever had one tell me anything about it. I think he would know.
Heavy metal. Ha! 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 Ha!
Are you joking or are you serious? Because I could probably do that.
It was a joke, but I wouldn't mind some heavy metal.
Lara,
I
if
could do
they
some delaying.
if they're gonna start playing heavy metal, I think it'd be a good idea if we got you out of your suit. I mean, like not in your battle suit, like not like you know what I mean. I mean like I meant like you know you're still in your battle suit right now, and like you know if they start playing heavy metal, if you do some headbanging or something, you might really hurt someone. That's what I meant.
I
Stop him babbling. She's gonna kiss him on the cheek.
That stops him straight.
I know what you meant.
Did you?
And
I'm learning to speak blister.
There's a pop, and like champagne goes like flying up there.
And as you turn around to get the glasses, when you turn back round, everyone's gone. AL, the music has stopped. As you look down briefly to change the music to this heavy metal, there's no one there. You can look across the room and you'll see Turnt. You can both see each other. You are in a bar. almost an identical bar to the ship you were just on.
Well, wouldn't you say that's odd?
A bit?
There are no Wizmos anymore. The music has stopped. There is no disco ball. There's a couple of people start filtering in and sitting down at a round table and drinking.
Hello, people.
Do we recognize these people?
Can you roll a perception for me, please? You're not sure who they are, but you feel like you've seen them before. You're not too sure. And they look at you and they hold up a drink and you go, "Come on, where's that heavy metal you promised us yesterday?"
Well, shoot.
I have only been awake for 1 day.
Oh, Ted, you're so funny. Love your jokes. Always love your jokes. I can have another, could I? And sort of waves a beer glass at you.
Well, yeah. And I pour them a glass. But this does not explain much.
You alright? You malfunctioning? You checking out? Must have been that knock on the head you had.
Excuse me. IL.
Yes.
I think we may have time traveled again.
I think it'd be a little bit more than time travel.
I believe we should look for Blister and Alara in this timeline.
Assuming we're on another timeline. Yeah.
Assuming we're on another timeline.
At this point, a young man walks in. He's dressed fairly sharply. And he walks up to the bar, hops on a stool, and swings around and says, "You're right, Can I have the usual, please?"
I don't know who you are.
Okay, look, I could really use one of your whiskey sours before I have to go check up on the upper deck. It's my break, okay?
What is on the upper deck?
I don't know, that's why I'm gonna go and check. There's been a disturbance or something. I mean, it's not like they could get security to run it. I mean, hey, come on, it's me.
Yeah, it's you. Ha ha. Old friend. Ha ha.
You don't seem yourself.
IL.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
I mean...
One is whiskey first.
Okay.
Thank you. Favorite drink? And he just sort of picks it up and gives you a wink. It's like, you sure you're alright? Because everyone knows me, you know.
No, I'm fine. I am just doing my job and I am running out of alcohol, so I'm gonna go get some more from Cargo with my friend IL.
You might need clearance to get down there.
Yeah, I've got that. Don't worry about it.
It's okay. Just tell them Captain Speaking sent you. I'm gonna go and check the upper deck.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And with that, we will flash over to Blister and Alara. There's a few days have gone past. Blister, you're chilling in your room.
A few days have gone past. Like, I thought we were getting ready to head out the next day.
A few days have gone past. You've been drifting through space.
I guess Telemachus hasn't been able to get it working.
We're blipping out?
Sorry?
Do we remember, suddenly disappearing?
Yeah. You remember them just turning around and not being there anymore.
That definitely put a damper on the mood that evening.
Telemachus has been working away at everything. It's quite technical, so she's been trying to figure out how to channel it to specific points in time. And she's been locked in that lab. and her room, varying from different spots. Sometimes in the canteen while she eats, she's working on it. Alara, what are you doing?
Probably between Telemachus working on stuff, I'm probably like going in and checking in on her and making sure she's eating and everything like that, and sleeping when she needs to. And then probably the part, sitting with Blister and trying to figure out what it is we want to do next.
Well, when Telemachus finishes the thing, I think we should head to the future and figure out what your origin story is. I hope we'll find it there. Maybe that'll give us some more answers. I feel like we're still missing a big piece of this puzzle.
I think that's a safe thing to say. How far do you think we should go?
Well, we saw Telemachus when she was 21. She's 7 now. If she was just about to find... we should either wind forward 20 years so that we're finding her just before she finds her grandfather, or 21 years so that we find her just after she has. Maybe 20 years would be best. So she's 20 years old.
Alright. We'll aim for there and see if it gives us any more answers.
Or we can also go back to when Greenway was first developing the time travel devices and smash the fuck out of his entire facility. Keep our time travel devices the only one to go around breaking anyone who tries to develop a time travel device and make it impossible for mankind to ever create them. Because this is confusing as hell. We could be like keepers of time and space.
You would be.
Why wouldn't you be?
If you destroy everything Greenway's done.
I don't want to lose you.
I don't want to lose you either. And I don't want to lose Telemachus. But we do need to figure out what's going on to stop that Ichor and everything else that's been happening, if we can. But we may also need to consider...
Do you think...
we need to go back.
Do you think if one of the past versions of us die, all the versions in the future die as well?
I think it'd be something like a domino effect. You knock one over, the rest are going to fall.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Is time like a river that flows, or just like a sea that you just pick spots in? Anyway.
Start with the future.
The screen slides down.
Hello, Argo.
Static is there again. I've got something static coming in, and it's like that crackling.
Play it
And
for us,
see-
Argo.
You can't hear Argo. It's like he's suddenly lost in this static. The screen flickers to the lab where older Telemachus stood. She's there. And you see that spacesuit again, pointing a gun at her and firing. Her falling.
Take extra care this time to look at all the details, the gun, the suit, everything.
And as this happens, the body falls. And the helmet is taken off. And Blister, you see yourself walk over to her and kneel down and take her in your arms. and you hug her. You just say, I'm so sorry. I am so, so sorry. But I can't let you spread this. I can't let you destroy her. If I can find a way, I will. And the screen disappears and goes black. And you get a call coming in.
Hi guys, I think I've cracked it. We can go.
And that's where we'll leave this week's Argo 37.
Whoa. That was a lot of feels.
Yeah.
Wow. I have to like get used to actually having personality again.
Oh, Alice.
Wow, that was a lot.
You realise V's supposed to talk about other things than this weekend, right?
I'm sure.
It is you meeting at PAX. If I'm wandering around like some sort of lost soul.
Yeah, just like.
I gotta say though, like, Alice, like, you are so good at just like keeping track of everything, and
Thank you.
I have no idea. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but you just seem like you have this.
No, my
confidence.
brain is completely fluffed. Like.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of
But you
anything.
have-
God, it's not just us.
You have such grace, like such confidence, you know, like when you're like, yes, like this is the timeline, and like that's how it is, you know.
Thank you.
Well, everyone, time to do some wrap-ups, I guess. Let's go round. V, you look like you need a minute.
Please.
Let's
I'll
go.
be right. Like, literally, I'll be right back. But please.
Yeah, of course. Let's go round. We'll do. What was your favourite part of today's one shot? Where can we find you online, and what are all the wonderful things that you do? And we will start with Jay Gon's Gold. Oh, hi.
Hi. So my favorite part today was definitely the dance scene between Alara and Blister. Yes, that was definitely my favorite part. It was just so cute and so adorable, like all like the flutters, and I felt like I was there, you know, watching the old 80s prom dance. And my name is Jay. I can be found at Jay Guns Gold, and I am a music producer, and yeah, that's what I do.
Awesome. Next around, we go to Torn Pixie Twitch. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. My favorite part, honestly, trying to figure out the time travel stuff. I love trying to work out time travel. So that was awesome. I didn't expect that at all. So that was nice. And then far as the stuff I do, you can find me Torn Pixie Twitch on both Twitter and Instagram. I largely stream, but I also do art and some video production and really just a little bit of everything.
Awesome, thank you. You ready, V?
I'm good. So hi, I'm V. I have the YouTube channel, The Crafting Muse, and you can find me there. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. In terms of, I'm guessing we're doing our favorite parts from today.
Mm-hmm. You've broken up though.
We lost V.
Is that the deal?
Oh, you're back. Yeah, hello.
Okay. I'm back. I'm back. I think probably.
Oh no!
Part would have to be actually in the beginning. No! No! Am I still here? Did I go away again?
You're here.
Oh,
You're here.
Yeah,
Hello.
Okay.
You're here.
The whiskey sours.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Whiskey sours.
I'm sorry.
No, loves it. I love that became your code word as well.
Well, we had to have something.
Yeah.
Typically, you sound alright again now.
Okay, I can actually like risk speaking. So no, that was honestly like that early opening part with having the whiskey sours together, and then how it kind of thread its way through the whole bit of today. That was pretty cool. But no.
Oh no.
The rest are real.
I think we pretty much got it though.
Yeah, we did. We definitely got it. It paused and then it sped up and caught up. So we sort of heard you, I think, at like 1.5 times speed for the second half of it, but we did understand.
I heard whiskey's house.
I imagine V's going to be on the phone in about 10 minutes time. Top of the screen, the mastermind of destruction and death and decay, and also lovely, beautiful woman that is my wife, Alice.
Hello. Yeah, I love this game. I thought I can't believe how close to the end we are now. There's only 2 episodes to go, and I'm kind of sad about that. I'm gonna miss this group, and I'm gonna miss meeting new people every week and throwing you into this wonderful timey-wimey chaos. And yeah, I think my favorite bit again, whiskey sours. I like that you all decided to have a drink. I like that when James Greenway was in his weird form that literally just screwed his head in. Like, was like, nope, and disappeared and moved it. And then the way AL was just, what is happening here? Like, trying to figure it out all the way. And again, Alara is the one who pulled Telemachus round the corner. She is the one who pulled her to safety. The Wismos were not shooting at nothing like you originally believed. They weren't just causing chaos. They were doing as they were told, and they were shooting at this thing that your past selves could never see. And Blister, when you saw that video at the end, good luck. But otherwise, I'm White Rabbit Pick on Twitter. When I'm not DMing, I DM this. I DM our Eden game, which is Cypher System, and I also DM our D&D Eberron game. And when I'm not doing that, I'm playing in them. And when I'm not doing that, I'm also a photographer. So yeah, check out my links if you just want to see some photos. I travel all over the world. So yeah, awesome. I really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, as for me, first of all, Jay and Pixie, you guys were amazing. I loved everything you brought to this one shot. I think it was, like I say, the whiskey thing went all the way through, and just being here for us on that ride. Thank you. My favorite part has got to be the way that Alara and Blister has been like developing, and it's almost starting to feel like it might even become like an intimate sort of relationship, maybe. And then right at the end, Alice just whisks the thing away from underneath the end, like, oh yeah, no, you can't love her because then you're gonna kill her daughter. Which is never gonna end well.
Allegedly.
That's how I heard it. I heard.
Well, how about Captain Speaking? You liked him, right?
We're gonna have words, you and I.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. So
Two
me.
more episodes.
Yeah, next week is the penultimate episode. So tune in, you guys. It's gonna be wild with a capital H. There are our social links: Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. Discord, come and be part of our inclusive, safe community where we can talk about D&D, TTRPGs, and other things. Twitter, if you want to get into a game very much like this one, send me a DM on Twitter and I will get you into a game. We're filling up fast. I'm nearly booked up all the way to January. Probably am. Yeah, send me a DM anyway and I'll get you a game. YouTube, go and catch up on this series and all the others. If you think that today's episode was good, Alice has been sowing these seeds from the very beginning. She is one of those DMs that plans things out. So yeah, the whole series is full of this. What else do we have?
I'm so upset about it.
Go and check out the Patreon. If you would like to come and support us, you can support us for as little as $1 over there. We've got exclusive content, we've got non-exclusive content. I think someone in the Discord the other day asked about how different forms of support help out streamers, and it's always nice to make that a little bit clearer as well. So there's a reason that I always push my Patreon and my donation goals at the bottom. It's because I get more of the cut from those. If you guys do a direct donation, PayPal takes 10%. If you support me through Patreon, Patreon take anywhere between 5 and 15%, depending on where you are and how big the support is, etc. If you donate using Twitch bits, generally I think if you buy £1.40, if you buy 100 bits for £1.40, or $1.40, sorry, I would receive $1 if you donated them 100 bits to me. So generally around 30% goes to Twitch, depending on what the conversion rate is and how much you buy them for, what deals you get, etc. And lastly, subscriptions. Only 50% of your subscription money goes to me. Hence why I'm always pushing the donations and the Patreons, because that way more of your support comes here. Very grateful to Twitch as well, of course, and very glad to support them. And when we get Patreon, maybe we'll be able to renegotiate those things. But for now, that's where it is. So thank you for that question. I think it was Michael Wayne in chat, in Discord. Thank you. Hopefully we made that a bit clearer for you all. We also have merch. Go and grab our merch as well. The merch has the wonderful wonderful addition of you having something to show for your money. You can go and get the logo, which I don't have on me right now because we're going to a convention this weekend, so I'm keeping it nice and clean. But you can get this wonderful logo on all sorts of things, including t-shirts, books, and miniskirts, and tights, which I want to get. What else do we have? We have two sponsors, Bird and the Storm Publishing, who will be creating content for us next year, but for now they are doing t-shirts, mugs, and hoodies. All of the proceeds go to charity. And Mage Hand Press, who made this wonderful module, this wonderful expansion for 5e, which is expansive.
So cool.
It's so cool, and you can literally do anything with it as well. Like we seem to have gone. Well, I think what we've ended up doing here is like Red Dwarf meets Events Horizon, which is terrifying in itself, but you can literally do anything. They've had writers there who've been inspired by Star Trek, Star Wars, Babylon 5, Stargate SG-1, Mass Effect, you name it. What I found is different people who look at their book, if you go in with something in your mind sci-fi wise, you'll find it. So I went in with like, yeah, Red Dwarf, and I found it. Alice went in with whatever the hell this is, and she found it.
It's a conglomeration.
Yeah, it's a beautiful conglomeration.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Too nice.
Yeah, and that I think is everything. I think that's everything. Yeah, I've talked about all the things that I want to talk about. So today we are going to go and pay a visit to one of our friends. We can see that Lauren, or Random Tuesday, is over on Thingamajiggy. Thank you very much, Potato Hollow, for coming up with our raid Warcry today, which is I can see myself, just as long as I don't see myself. That is cooling down, guys. Pop that slogan in there. If you've got the Scrat hype, use it. If not, don't worry about it. Bring the love along though. Pop them something in chat. Say hi. They're a cool person. They're also part of Geek Space TV, who are another inclusive TTRPG site. So all the support welcome over there. We're live Mondays to Thursdays, 1 PM, 6 PM, and 10 PM EST. Next week and the week after is going to be all penultimate episodes and finales. So stay tuned for that. Might even be, there's some people who are at PAX and stuff, so I might even end up doing some variety stream. I might pretend to be a variety streamer for a week just to fill in some of them slots with content. I might play some Zelda Link to the Past. Oldie goldie. Yeah, but keep on evoking emotions, everyone. We will see you again in 2 hours when we come back for Monster Hearts. Keep evoking emotions. We'll see you later. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.